So, is there a difference between being a lifestyle entrepreneur and a seven-figure entrepreneur? Well, I think so. And actually, over the last couple of weeks, I've been doing a lot of long, hard thinking about this. For over 9 years, I've pretty much been a lifestyle entrepreneur. In fact, I made my name as a digital nomad, as the suitcase entrepreneur, being location independent, all those good things, and pretty much traveling the world, having fun, building my six-figure plus business. And now I want to have a seven-figure business. I really want to crack that. I want to know what that feels like to have $90,000 months, or to be fair, $83,333 months. Not so much for the money, actually, but for the impact that you can make, for the people that you can hire, for the lives that you can change, and just to prove that a really well-operated business can be easy, can be fun, can be done in 20 to 25 hours a week, but that it takes a shift in your mindset. So that's what I want to discuss on today's episode of the Untapped podcast. So I did some digging and I found the definition of a lifestyle entrepreneur is as follows. An individual who creates a business for the purpose of changing their lifestyle instead of making profits. Now, I thought that was a little bit harsh actually, because as a lifestyle entrepreneur and somebody who has many friends and peers who are lifestyle entrepreneurs, you can totally make a profit when you put lifestyle before maybe business and working hard. You can do incredibly successfully if you operate a really great business and you're really, really clear on your intention. So when I was traveling the world as a suitcase entrepreneur, I would often work 3 to 4 hours in the morning, really, really focus work on content, on client work, on coaching. And then I would go out and explore where I was in the afternoon. I'd probably check in again in the evening before going to dinner. But I had it down pat. Like I had a really nice mix of work and play and adventuring and travel and networking. And in many ways, I was more productive because I would work in airports and on trains and in planes and all those good things. So you can totally be profitable as a lifestyle entrepreneur, but I do get what they're saying and that it is more for the purpose of living a great life, for having an adventure, for owning your own time, and for basically doing what you love. But my point here is, why can't you have your cake and eat it? Why can't you have the mindset of a seven-figure entrepreneur, even if that's not your goal or target, maybe it's a goal that you'd like to have, like me, but also do it with lifestyle in mind. And that's something that I've been working on myself since coming back to New Zealand, having a base, working from home, having my own office. And the thing that really hit me the other day was that I'm still operating as a lifestyle entrepreneur. So lifestyle is very important to me. I love spending time out in a forest, in the garden, with our dogs, going hiking, socializing, CrossFit, you name it. But I'm not traveling the world at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And I actually really enjoy working, and also around 20 to 25 hours a week is my aim. And outside of those times, I want to be learning and growing and creating. But I realized that I was keeping the mindset of a lifestyle entrepreneur, which was, in many ways for me at least, and I don't know about you, it probably wasn't taking myself as seriously as I could. I wasn't investing as much into my systems, even though I do love systems and tools. And I certainly was trying to do a lot of this myself. So even though I had a few independent contractors, I wasn't really taking my team seriously. The operations of my business that need to scale in order to make seven figures. And how was I going to ultimately replace myself or remove myself as the key person behind my brand, Natalie, Sisson Limited, if I wanted to get to seven figures and not burn out? And I realized that, I'd very much been holding myself in this lifestyle entrepreneur scenario of not taking everything super seriously. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about having fun and building a profitable business at the same time. But I do think that it requires a different mindset when you want to get to seven figures. It requires you seeing yourself and feeling yourself there already. And there's a couple of things that seven-figure entrepreneurs, the elusive million-dollar business, do really, really well. So I thought I would share a couple of those with you right now. Number one, they realize that they are the visionary in their business and that they are going to come up with all the great ideas and they're going to do all the really awesome stuff of visioning what's possible, even if they don't know how to make it happen yet. But what they do need to hire is an integrator. Now, an integrator is somebody who doesn't necessarily want to have all those visions and big ideas themselves, but they're the person who is going to make them happen and help you put them into place and operationalize it and make sure that everything flows. And that can be a project manager type person, that can just make a huge difference in your business. Somebody who loves the operation and the detail and is good at taking projects forward. And I've recently hired a fantastic online business manager, or you can call them a digital business manager, or you could call them a project manager or an integrator. At the end of the day, they're somebody who just loves details and systems and can take all the ideas that come out of my head and give them actual momentum, structure, and systems so that we're really, really super focused on what we're doing. And then from there, you do need to continue to hire people as your business can afford it, but don't get put off by thinking that teams have to be super expensive. You can hire according to your budget and as you make money, but it is so critical to bring in people to support and help you early on because your time is super precious. And if you can think about how much you can charge your time out for, versus what you could hire somebody for to take over some of the administrative load, you start to see really quickly that if you're charging out at $50 or $100 an hour, you can definitely afford somebody for $10 or $20 an hour to start taking some of that administrative load off your plate. Just makes sense. So stop trying to do everything yourself. Number 2, you systemize your business. And by that, I mean you put systems in place as you go. You don't keep repeating the cycle of trying to do everything yourself, or you don't keep doing things all the time from scratch when you could systemize them and use templates and procedures. And you can bring team members on to help you do some of those so that you are repeating steps in a consistent, methodical way. So there's less room for error and there's more room for just efficiency and productivity, which is what makes every great business so much better. And that also keeps you being really proactive rather than reactive. And I've definitely been at places in my business where I'm like, oh, great idea, let's do it now. And everything gets dropped and everything goes in place and it's crazy and it's cool and often it works out. You have a great launch, for example, but then there's no repeatable system in place. It's very much like everybody just had a whirlwind time. They dropped everything for your crazy, energetic idea and maybe it came off, but everybody's exhausted and you don't have any sort of framework for what you just did and how to repeat it and do it again, but better, and then continue to iterate and improve. So I know for myself, I'm moving much more into the proactive zone and it feels so much more calm and peaceful and flow. And it's like, it's beautiful, it's graceful, and it's so much easier because we've planned stuff out in advance so the team knows what the heck we're doing. And if I drop in anything last minute, they can kind of go, lady, like we've planned for this for months. This is our agenda. This is our impact work. This is really important. Let's stick with the plan, which for visionaries and creatives can sound boring, but man, it makes a difference and it will make your business more profitable. It'll make you more successful and it will make you feel like more of a rock star. Trust me. 3, you stand for something. Most really successful business owners that I know, 6 and 7 figure, they've really owned their niche. They know what they stand for. They know what they advocate for. They're very clear on who they are, how they show up, their point of difference, their unfair advantage, what makes them unique, and they stand behind it and they make it the biggest part of their business. And that makes them memorable. And if people remember you, they will love to come back and find out more about you. They will want to work with you. They will want to buy from you. They will become your raving true fans. That means turning up when you don't want to. That means saying the hard things that sometimes people don't want to hear. That means having a voice and a point of reason that is different to other people. That means doing your research and really knowing, as I said, what you stand for and the impact that you want to make in the world and who you are there to serve. And the 4th thing that I think millionaire entrepreneurs do really, really well is they surround themselves with other smart, awesome people who are also operating at their level or above. And when you think about it, when you hang out with those people who are just super successful or really energetic, or they're just super decisive, they know where they're going, they've got a plan, they've just got that vibrancy around them, it really motivates you to be more like them. Not that you're going to become them because you are a unique cupcake, remember, and you want to get paid to be you. But it makes you want to emulate what they're doing well. So how are they systemizing? How are they using their time? What methods are they putting in place to be more effective? How productive are they? What do they prioritize? What do they work on? What do they focus on? How do they live their life? What integrity do they have? What habits do they have? Who else do they hang out with? And it really starts to create this ripple effect when you hang out with cool, awesome people who are movers and shakers, because it elevates you to the next level and it makes you look at, what am I currently doing that I could do so much better? And that then has this whole ripple effect in your business and on your team and on your clients and in people in your life. So you can see how it's really just tweaks to probably what you're doing right now, or maybe some massive leaps that you need to make to be that much more effective. And think of yourself as a 7-figure entrepreneur, because it will permeate everything you do. I'd love to know in the comments what you think the things are that set millionaires apart from other business owners, and what you've personally seen and how they do things just differently. I'd really love to know. And can you also maybe share with me how close you are to achieving that for yourself? Not necessarily in actual profit or revenue right now, but just in terms of how you feel about yourself. What else do you need? Do you need more confidence? Do you need better habits? Do you need better systems? Do you actually need to hire people? Do you need better operational guidelines? Do you need a clear plan of how you're going to make money, what offers you're going to put out, and who you're serving? Let me know, because I would love to help you out with that. That is exactly what we cover in the 10K Club, a beautiful community of women entrepreneurs who are wanting to make at least 10K a month and the income and impact that they desire. It's accountability, it's support, it's coaching, and it's the coolest club out there for women entrepreneurs. So head across to nataliesisson.com/10K, that's 10K, and check out exactly what this club is all about, and maybe I'll see you on the inside. And if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and make sure you check out my podcast in the description so you can subscribe and listen to this on audio as well.